schedule as we embark on this NBA season. Mark Spears. Mark, you're on with Dave and Jason. Good morning, brother.
Ready for that Utah showdown? They both racing teams, man.
I know.
Is it going to compare to the showdown you saw? Weren't you at Game 1, OKC in Houston?
Man, I was at OKC Houston. I saw Wemby put everybody on notice.
Wow.
I was there for that. And I was at the Warriors game last night.
Oh, my goodness. You're on a run.
Yeah, I was going to come up there, but my buddy Branford Marsalis is performing in San Francisco tonight, so I'm going to go listen to him.
Wait, hold on. I got to pick that up for a second. I got to pick that up off the ground. He just dropped my buddy, the legend, Branford Marsalis.
But you know what? Here's an interesting story. You know how I met him? We've been friends for it's about 25 years now. So I'm gonna test your Kings knowledge.
Oh,
all right.
Okay.
Who's Bob Earnright?
Wasn't
a former owner?
Yeah,
former owner of the Kings.
Yeah, former minority owner of the Kings.
Yeah. So Bob Earnright used to live in Vail, Colorado. You guys were talking about my previous jobs. When I worked at the Denver Post, got to know him real well. Would go to Vail and get dinner with him and stuff. And he was at a Nuggets Kings game. Told me to come up to his suite. I go up there, and Branford had done the national anthem with his amazing sax that day, and Arco, and we ended up meeting. And my mom's from New Orleans, my family's from New Orleans. He's from New Orleans, and we just clicked and connected, and been good friends ever since.
That's cool.
In fact, he sadly. But this is a big-time honor, but my dad passed last year in New Orleans. He actually played at the service.
Wow.
So, no, that's my guy. So, Kings fans, forgive me for not, coming to the opening.
Oh, we get it. By the way, there's commonalities here. I always forget about the New Orleans connections with you and your family. Also, my partner, Jason, his wife, that's New Orleans royalty, Dookie Chase, and all those restaurants. That's they're
good eating right there, boy.
That's right. For sure.
Good eating.
Let me start. Let's just dive right in, Jason, shall we? Our Sacramento Kings, up, down, all around, lost to the Suns the other night. And they got their home opener tonight. Mark, we're a resilient town. We're resilient people. We can take it. But just give us your overall thoughts on our Kings this season.
I mean, if you got two starters out, it's going to be tough till they get back. And so you just gotta brave the bad weather, so to speak. It's one game, man, and it's going to be a tough start. And so what you hope is that Sabonis and Keegan can get back relatively soon, because you don't want to dig too much of a hole. But on that note, even still, you're like, man, you got to beat the Suns of the world and the Jazz of the world, right? I'm sure when you saw that schedule a couple of weeks ago, you're like 2-0, 2-0, right? But truth be told, now in the West, I mean, nothing's easy. I mean, even if the Suns don't appear to be much on paper, I mean, Devin Booker, it's Devin Booker. And the Jazz, that was a curious win that they had the other day. Very shocking win that they had against the Clippers. I mean, they basically beat the Clippers bad. It was one of the stunning things of the opening week. So, I know how the home crowd is there. And I also think that Russ is going to energize the team, energize the fan base. I think it's a perfect place, this stage of his career, for him to be. So I'm also curious about how to me, he's a perfect Kings player, and I don't know if you guys have anybody that's had that kind of fire since Cousins played in Sacramento. But, just going to have to weather the storm right now, man. I'm not going to, sugarcoat it. Until them other two guys come back, I think it's going to be a challenge.
So I think, Mark, one thing we've all said, and you've, I'm sure, observed it too, we look at the roster, there is some talent, but it just seems a little mismatched, pretty guard-heavy, and some veterans that have some good contracts. As the season goes along, it depends on how bad the storm is for them, but are there some guys that you look at this roster that you think could be commodities for other teams if and when the Kings want to try to sell?
You kind of look at the veteran guards or the two vets, DeRozan and Levine, and I feel like people will always, come December, January 15th, that's to me when you got to really pay attention to it, because, people like Kuminga can suddenly be traded. And although the way he's looked the first two games, if I'm the Warriors, I ain't doing nothing. But I respect Scott Perry and the Kings for trying, because Scott saw it, right? And now the Warriors apparently might be seeing it. But I don't know that the thing is a quick fix. I think you got to, trust Scott to slowly, get the team together in the correct way. But to answer your question, if someone is to get moved, obviously Sabonis has his contract situation, but I ain't moving him, man.
Yeah.
He's to me, one of the more underrated players in the league in terms of double-doubles and his rebounding, and he's still relatively young. I wouldn't move him, but I just wonder at some point, do they just go for a youth movement? But another thing is, with this upcoming draft, I also think the team's going to be a little, really particular about, I can't see any picks from next year getting moved.
Yeah, as Mark Stein joins us from Andscape.
Mark Stein.
See, he did it before.
God dang it. Yeah, Mark, I just lost a lot of money, dude. So I bet we had Mark Stein on about an hour ago. And I've been telling them all day.
Call him Mark Spears?
No, that's the thing.
He was afraid.
I've been telling them for 2 days I'm going to screw a name up. So every time I reset that interview, there was this pause because I was afraid I was going to call him Mark Spears. Then my first reset of this interview, I just...
Yeah. You can just say Mark. That's easier. Then you would have been right.
Mark joining us. Yes.
Sorry, Mark. He flew a little bit too close to the sun there.
He Stein spells his name wrong.
Joining us right now, Mark.
But we used to work together at the LA Daily News.
You guys go way back. No, I absolutely know that. You're not the soccer fan he is, though, I believe, though, correct?
Oh, no, I'm huge. Arsenal.
Chris just said in my ear, Arsenal, as a matter of fact. Good knowledge, Chris. Wow.
Yeah, no. I was actually at the Nuggets game last night. You know that they own Arsenal.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyways, I'm just going to move forward because I'm just so embarrassed. Mark, listen.
And he was acting like I was trying to be a journalist. I'm like, nah, man, you can tell me about these guys. I ain't writing about these dudes. Like, nah. It's okay.
Do you?
No. I'm up early, bro.
You have to be.
Yeah.
7 a.m., 4 a.m.
Maybe I could, get a loan to get World Cup tickets.
Yeah, really.
Seriously, those things are. And by the way, just want to remind everybody, Huddersfield versus Stockport tomorrow at 7 a.m.
There you go.
Yeah, that's on iFollow for those of you who do. Mark, I don't know. We talked about the market for these players, but you mentioned Scott Perry. You've covered the league for a long time, and Scott is not entirely new to Kings fans because he did spend a little bit of time here along with a lot of Divots and some others. But you covered him with the Knicks, and I'm sure other places as well. What should Kings fans be on the lookout or aware of, or what should they know about Scott Perry?
I'm gonna tell you what they should know. How long me and Scott go back.
Mm-mm.
So. Scott used to be a coach.
Yeah.
Where?
Wasn't
somewhere
it?
in Detroit? Right?
Yeah.
He coached at Michigan, but he used to be the head coach at Eastern Kentucky.
Wow.
And it was funny. I met with him a couple of weeks ago at the arena and interviewed him. And he takes me into his GM office, and I'm like, man, this is a lot better than your digs at Eastern Kentucky. Jeez. He used to be the head coach there when I was working in Louisville, Kentucky, 98, 99, my last job before I started covering the Denver Nuggets, started covering the NBA. He had the saddest office I ever saw in my lifetime, man. Nothing said short time or more than this man's office. It was like completely white walls and I think a a poster schedule was slapped on one of the walls, and that was about it.
Jeez.
So he was the head coach of the Eastern Kentucky Colonels, man.
Come a long way.
A very, very low Division I program. And then that's when Joe Dumars saved him and brought him up. But I think you got to remember, he's a vet. He's been around a long time. He's going to take a patient approach. And I think that could be challenging, obviously for Kings fans who've been some of the most patient people on the face of this earth. But I just think that to do it the right way, as you look at in Phoenix, doing a quick fix, it's just not going to do it, right? So I like I said, I'd watch Levine, I'd watch DeRozan. Not to say that there's obviously Monk was already kind of, so they're open for business, but then it's like, who wants those guys? And when you got, Levine making $47 million, I mean, who's going to want that contract, right? So again, it doesn't sound like something people. I don't want to make up anything to you. It's just going to be a slow process, and he's going to try to do it the right way through the draft and through free agency. But it ain't going to happen tomorrow.
Well, one last thing for you, Mark, because this kind of ties into that. When Scott Perry was with the Knicks, I think we were looking like he turned over the complete roster within like 2 years or 13 months or something crazy.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm not disagreeing with you. I just wonder how much, even if he wanted to move fast. No, but I agree with you. I do. I think he'll make a couple moves this year. I think DeRozan it probably is off the team by the end of the year. I think maybe Monk, and if they can move him, Levine. But how much does this new CBA? I don't like this new CBA, Mark, because I feel like nobody can make moves, and it's not as exciting. Is that real? Is that real?
Yeah. No, I mean your hands are tied, and it's interesting. I noticed all these guys getting extensions. Like not many of them got like maxes, right? Like, although Keegan came out okay, I thought.
Yeah.
For what he's done, I think he came out respectfully better than okay. It's just, but I also think if you look at what Scott did in New York, he cleaned up a lot of mess there, right? Yeah. And got him into a position to get the team to where it is today. So he knows how to do it. And he has a great basketball mind. To me, perhaps his pursuit of Kuminga kind of gives you an idea of, what direction he's going. I'm curious to see how much a future, if any, Carter has there. I know he was dangled around a little bit for not a lot and didn't get any biters. But my guess is that I think Scott would try to bring in some young guys and go through the draft. And like I said, it's like like building the foundation of a house over, man. It's going to take a minute.
Yeah, I'm here for that.
I hope I have more sunshiny news, man.
No, no, Mark.
It's like get the team healthy, and hopefully them dudes. I mean, I do think when healthy, they're capable of competing against anybody. I do believe that. I just, but because of the lack of depth and talent. Like there's talent in the starting five, but you got two starters hurt. I mean, I just think the margin of error for the Kings is really slim. So having two guys hurt like that is going to be painful.
I'm here for it. I'm here for building the foundation and
no
shortcuts and all of that. And I think a lot of fans are here for it as well. Please take a look.
And I'll add this.
Yeah.
I do think Vivek trusts him.
That's
perhaps
bad.
Maybe even more than he did some of the other guys. I think he'll let Scott do his thing and be because Scott is longer in the tooth, more experienced, has had success in other places, has seen championships in other places. I think it allows Vivek to say, all right, in this case, I'm a step back.
Hey, it's the first time in the Vivek Ranadive tenure we've pointed this out that he has not had a rookie GM. He went from D'Alessandro to Vlade to Monty McNair. Scott Perry's the first one with previous experience. So I hear you, man, and with these fans deserve a lot better. It seems like the Beam team was 10 years ago. So you got a great article on Chris Paul coming out as well. Andscape. Anything we want to talk about there? I want to make sure people know where they can read your great stuff.
No, I actually, please go to Andscape.com, ESPN.com. I started a diary on Donovan Mitchell. It started this week. It's very, very insightful. He just got engaged to singer Coco Jones, and I think he opens up in a way that people have not seen him. I got a Chris Paul story coming today, and I got a Scott Perry story coming in the near future.
Oh, okay.
That's
nice.
right, the big interview.
Little tease there.
Nice.
Long way from the Cardinals. Okay. Mark, you're the best. We appreciate you, and hopefully we get to talk to you as the season goes on. I know you're busy, but
being in Dallas.
Yep.
Working in Dallas is tough,
Oh, here we go. He's doing it. Mark Spears.
There you go.
Yeah.
Joins.
You almost called me Marcus.
No, I did not. I'm not going to hear the evidence for 10 years.
All right, West Sacramento.
Have a great season, brother. Thank you for dragging
me.
Take care. That's God, I knew it was going to happen.
Almost made it.
Ted Holmgren. When we come back, where are we here?